Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm just trying to figure out how to, I did zoom in, because I wanted to show you what I've been making. Okay, is it working? This thing, yes it is. Okay, I think I'm close enough. Okay, so now, Sonia, this is Sonia and I'm on here. My channel because I wanted to do a VR for Jean Wragg. She is having a giveaway and she wanted people to send her some Twinchies in the style of I think it's a vintage theme, and I have a lot of trouble trying to work out these theme things, but I'd just like to say that I think, well, there's a vintage looking lady and cotton reel, and maybe I've done a little bit vintagey, but anyway, now she needed it to be 5 inches by 5 inches. Okay, so I cut out a piece of card and then I found this really neat piece of paper and I thought, well, that's really cool, isn't it? So I put a piece of that on because I sort of wanted to go with a little bit of sewing theme as well, because I think she likes that sort of thing. I hope I do. And your Twinchies are a lot like ATC in the way that it's a piece of your art on these tiny little bits, if you understand what I mean. So this represents things that I like as well, and colours and things that I do, but I'm really hoping that you like this Jean. But if it's not a vintage thing, just let me know and I'll try and have another go and see how I go. Okay, so I put because it had the stitching on the paper, I put that on there. But then after that I also added another piece of paper because I need it to be reasonably solid. Now, your Twinchies are 2 inches by 2 inches. That's why they're called Twinchies. Two Twinchies. Okay. You hear me being silly, but I did put up videos previously on making Twinchies, but for those people that haven't actually done them before, I'd like to just, share a few details about them. Okay, now this is actually cut out straight because to do that I pulled the thread up in the fabric, and I've got my sewing machine now sitting in my road here, so I can't really show what I did. Oh yes, I can. If I just do it on a piece of, I'll do it on this here. I'll show you. Now, I measured the 2 inches across, and then when I did that, I got and this is really hard to do it with the hessian, but I took out the thread, pulled out the thread, and that gives you a really good straight cutting line. If you don't have anything else like to cut your fabric on, that's a really good way of doing it. I then put a bit of a fray along mine because I wanted that sort of, this is a look that I was going for, oldish sort of stylish thingy. Okay, I'll try it anyway. But that's how I cut them out, and that's how you get them really straight. Okay, now she said not too much embellishing, and I hope I didn't do a lot, but I like to put a little bit of work into the thing. So I made tiny little skeins of thread. I got one of these little spools out of a paper pad and wrapped some string around that, some thread around there. I've actually threaded this needle and put it in, but it is one of those tapestry needles, and therefore it hasn't got a sharp edge on it, but I'm hoping that I've actually stuck that there. I've actually glued my Twinchies down. I hope that's right, because I didn't want them, going over the place. I think I might have to glue that bit down there a bit better. While I'm going to do that, because I don't want to leave that sitting up there in the air. I'm going to put that down properly. Okay, so I glued the Twinchies onto the card because I'm sure that that's what she meant to do, to keep them on the card. And I've got to have put my details on the back, so I'll do that. Glue everywhere. Now, what else was I going to do? I made one of those little dream catchers, but he's not dangling very much because I glued him. I used a bit of tulle that was already gathered and stitched that along there. Put a piece of satin ribbon down and put some little beads along that. I got this picture, I think it's a bit vintage, and I put a bit of distressed ink around the edge, and then I did some stitching. I had this piece of string, jute or something, hanging around, so I thought, well, that might look nice on there, make it a little bit oldish, sort of. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, so used to, anyway, and put a bit of nice piece of lace, and I put a piece of lace on the back of here. I stitched around that actually with the sewing machine too before I started all this, and I put a little bow on and put enjoy the moment. I've actually put distress ink around the edge of that as well. So anyway, I hope that that's okay, Jean, and I will be sending that to you when I get your address. I hope that this is okay, but quite easy to make they are. Just sort of go with whatever style. Well, I'm not going to say whatever style you want. I meant to say we make our own things our own way, but Jean wants it to be vintage. I think that's what I've got. I think it's okay. I'm a bit concerned about that because all I know is she likes colours and I like colours. There's sort of old things on there, you know. Look, anyway, I'm baffling on too much here now, aren't I? So anyway, so if you want to go over to Jean Wragg's channel, it's spelled JeanWragg, I think. Is it 2 G's? Anyway, and you can see what she does. She makes some beautiful, beautiful things, that lady. She does some lovely things. She's a lovely lady. And this is probably the first challenge that I've done for a long time, going out to anybody over in the UK, because I think that's where she's at. If I muck that up too, that won't be good, will it? Okay. Anyway, so let me know, Jean, what you think about that, and other people too. You can let me know if you think that I've done okay, or you know, I love to see your comments, and thank you very much for all my new subbies. I really appreciate that, and I have done lots of tutorials on the Twinchies, and so they're up in my playlist. So if you just want to go and have a look about how I made this little thing, and how you go about stitching different things onto it, I've just got a few videos up on that. So anyway, thank you very much everybody, and thank you, Jean, for this challenge, and I'll get back to you later. Bye bye.